Hi there, and welcome on the journey to transform culture. I'm Steve, and I'll be your guide. Well, folks, welcome back, and welcome to any new folks out there. Today, we're going to jump straight in with my second, I guess you could say my second, although you couldn't, you could number all of them if you wanted to, but for 2025, just another tool or application or methodology that you can use it as an individual, as a department, right? Or as an organization to kind of establish where you might be losing some pieces and parts of your efficiencies and your effectiveness. And one of the things to do is to simply log your activities for the day. Now, keep it super simple as best you can, right? We'll just use a 8-hour day just to keep this math easy. But so what you want to do is grid out. So you have each day of the week, and then what you'll end up doing is for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45. You may not need 45 because you can use the others, a combination of the others, and then an hour. So, and then what you do is assign a letter to those A, B, C, D, E. So A being the 5 minutes, B, 10, and so forth, right? And you can make it how you want to make it. The idea is that you're accurately logging to the best of your ability what you do. And so why are we doing this? Well, first of all, you want to find where some of your time is least effectively used. So it might be that your particular role requires you to do these certain particular tasks, but perhaps you get pulled off on other tasks or you get interrupted by certain other things. Well, this isn't, by the way, and a means to kind of create a finger pointing, poke in the eye situation. This is strictly data collection to establish how much of my time is used where. And what you do is you log it out and do that for two or 3 weeks. And then at the end of each week or so, tally it up and see, and then categorize it. Because what you might find is that you're doing some other utility aspects that might be required. Maybe it's not necessarily your job, or maybe it's not necessarily a priority to your job, right? And are those things that you're getting pulled away from directly customer oriented, right? Is it helping to produce a thing, complete a product or the documentation thereof, or the finishing of the process so that something can ship, right? These things that are going into serving your customers, and that could be service or product related. Granted, we're talking about a myriad of different products and services, so this could apply in so many different ways in so many different industries. But the idea is to keep it simple, and to do this, do it for a minimum of 2 weeks. And then what you will find is that you might even have habits within, and you have to be honest with yourself and have integrity and be transparent about it. If you're required to go and do a certain thing, or because nobody else is doing it, and you're logging it off, and it's say 10 minutes, but it's 10 minutes every day or every other day, whatever. And this adds up to significant time away from you being able to complete out particular tasks. And it might be that there are some things that are getting in the way of you serving customers, or availability. I wasn't able to answer a phone because I was doing this other thing. I wasn't, somebody wasn't monitoring the front door or the reception area because of the thing, whatever that is. The idea is to collect the data, collect it up, figure out where a lot of your time and potentially inefficiency is going to. I would even go, and you don't name names, right? But if there's a particular person that comes and chews on your ear and just wants to gab, and and they may even be somebody senior to your position, so you're being respectful and not, that's great. Remember, moments, not minutes. Moments to do that kind of thing. But if you're getting into multiple minutes, now we're getting kind of beaten path, right? But log it down. And then what you're going to find is that you can say, okay, this is where, and you can also then be more tactical in your approach as how to overcome that. So it might be, well, I need to recoup my 10 minutes a day lost doing these particular things. Maybe this is a maintenance related thing, right? A facility manager related, problem to solve. I'm constantly having to go do this, utilitarian thing that isn't really my primary job. And I'm just doing it because I'm just being a good human. And that's great. Thankfully, you're being a good human. But you want to be, most effective at what you're doing. Now, you look at individually, you can look at how this plays out, but then look at your departments. How much of their time is being absorbed into excessively long meetings, right? Meetings where people weren't prepared. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to meetings and there were people who weren't prepared, who showed up late and who weren't prepared, right? And just a whole variety of, odd scenarios. And therefore it didn't just waste, a little bit of time, it wasted a little bit of everybody's time. One time I think I did the math on meetings, and went and basically said, well, geez, if we just paired off some meetings, pared them down and trimmed one back every week or month, whatever I came up with at the time, that it would equate to about $60,000 of product and service being, moved through the value stream. And the team was shocked. And the reason why is if you're not guarding your time, as it is also money, time is money, right? If you're not protecting that, all that being said, availability for customers, there's getting your job done for the customers who have orders, but then what if a customer walks in your front door? And the tough part is you don't know who's the customer or not, right? So he might just be asking for directions. Guess what? You're just going to have to deal with it. But the bottom line is that you're trying to become more effective and more efficient, but you're also trying to be a good human in the process, right? A good, healthy human in the process. So just an easy little way to kind of do a little bit of assessing of your own time and how it's being utilized, or, how it's being interrupted. Because some people will get interrupted often, by different departments too. So it might be your boss. If your boss is constantly coming back to you with, requests for certain things, that's part of your job, obviously. But it's okay to mark this and go, there's a lot of these going on. And if we can better plan, right? It might be that you are better planning to provide the information they may be asking for. So this falls into being proactive. So if things are happening, but it seems to interrupt your work, think about it. How can I solve this problem? Oh, well, guess what? I'll just spend a minute or two to get this ready. So when they ask for it, boom, there it is, right? Now it becomes an easy thing because you're planning for it within your day. Now, instead of it interrupting work you were doing, you just found other ways to become efficient and integrated that into your planning, right? All right, folks, just touching a little bit today on another little, I guess you could say, little application or tool to collect data to help you out. And when you do that, that's helping out. Remember, folks, hit the good domino 3 to 5 times a day to uplift, motivate, inspire, and just encourage folks. And when you do that, not only are we transforming culture in other people's lives, but we're transforming our own lives. And that's very important. All right, folks, hit like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, we'll talk to you later.